Welcome to another video from the DJpodcast.com. In this video, I'll be reviewing Cross DJ, which is a DJ mixing application from Mixvibes. A lot of the videos that I've done for the DJpodcast.com have been on professional and expensive programs like Tractor Pro and Ableton Live. Cross DJ, on the other hand, is a more consumer-priced product, and its features and interface will reflect that consumer-level price. Now, as you can see, we've got a lot of great features right off the bat for new DJs. One of the things that I really like about the program is its simplicity. As you can see, we have two decks, one on the left, one on the right, and we have a overlapping horizontal waveform view at the top. When I was learning to DJ with Serato Scratch Live, I found the horizontal waveforms to be very helpful because it allowed me to see what was happening with the music while I was listening to it. And after a while, I didn't need to use the horizontal waveforms for beat matching purposes, but it was nice to have a visual indicator of where the tracks were in relation to each other. Cross DJ also features these horizontal waveforms, and if you are a beginner that's just getting into DJing, it would probably help you out a lot too. As I said, the one thing that's really great about Cross DJ is its simplicity. And that's really obvious if you look inside of the preferences. So we'll just open those up now. You can see here that there's not a ton of different menus. All of the options are laid out very clearly and easy to understand. So if you were a person that was new to DJing and you didn't quite know all of the lingo, you wouldn't be lost and you wouldn't necessarily need to go to the manual every time you saw a word you didn't necessarily understand. There are two ways that the simplicity is shown inside of the preferences. The first is in the audio tab. Here we can see in the audio tab that it really just lays out all of the options very simply. It doesn't give you complicated settings. For example, we have the option of enabling a limiter, and without giving you threshold, attack, and release options, it's just simply a one-button press. You can either have a limiter on or have it off. It also makes it really easy to see where your routings are going when you're trying to set up your audio sound card. One other great thing is that it's really easy to assign MIDI and keyboard controls. Let's take a look at the keyboard control tab. As I said before, the preferences are really simple. If we look at the keyboard controls tab, you can see that on the left side I have this Mac laptop generic template, and on the right side I have all of the different mappings laid out in different categories. Alright, let's say that there's a control that I want to set, and that's going to be inside of the mixer tab. We'll just open up the mixer settings here, and let's just say that I want to add a control. All I have to do is simply hover over the green plus icon that's next to the control I want to set. This is mute A. We'll just click on it, and now you can see it gives me the option of setting a keyboard button or combination. I'll just set this here to Apple L, and you can see here that it now tells me what command I'm selected. It gives me the option of a toggle or a hold, and I can simply click OK. And here you see I've now set that command, and it even shows you what that control is. If you want to change it, you can just simply click on that. You can also add a secondary control, or you can simply get rid of it. It's that simple. One other thing that DJs often don't remember to do is to make sure that all of the metadata for your tracks is consistent and very well explained. Cross DJ really allows you to edit a lot of metadata for your tracks. If you select a track and then click the info button here on the right, you see that we now have an info tab that you can add all sorts of extra information like a rating, album art, track number, mix name, remix, etc. It's great that it puts that right into the program so you don't have to use an external program to add or get rid of some of the metadata that you have in your MP3 files. So let's go over a few of the other really great features that is inside of Cross DJ. One nice thing is that each track has 6 cue points. So for example, if I wanted to set a cue point right here, I could just select locator 5, for example, and you can see that it tells me the time that that locator is placed. If I'm farther in the track and I want to go back to that cue point, all I have to do is click on the button, and you can see that it jumps right back to that location. If I want to get rid of it, I just click the X. Also, each deck has loop controls, and you have one effect for each deck. So you have a delay, a flanger, and a high pass, as well as a variant of each of those effects. There are also some really great browser features that I actually wish were in other DJ applications. Of course, you can import your iTunes library. You can grab songs directly from iTunes, but also in the Files tab, you can simply go to a directory on your hard drive, grab a file. But also in the collection, you can have what's called smart lists, and these would really be handy in a program like Tractor Pro. If you right click here, you can then select Create New Smart List. You can see that there's these options down here that say match all of the following. What I want to do is add a new option by clicking this button here, and you can see that I can now filter my tracks. So for example, if I only wanted deadmau5 songs to be in this smart list, I could say artist and then say is, and then put deadmau5. Click OK, and there you can see that now I only have tracks with deadmau5 in the artist tag. If I added new tracks to my music collection that had deadmau5 as the artist, they would automatically show up in this playlist. The last thing I'm going to show you is another really cool feature, and that is the autoplay feature. If you drag tracks into here, you can automatically mix between them, much like cruise mode works for Tractor Pro. The only thing that I've found that Mixvibes doesn't quite do exactly as I want it is the sync and match feature. This is a type of automatic beat matching that will try and get the BPMs of each track and the beats in sync with each other. Now, I found that every time I did it, it wasn't exactly correct, but it did get it very close. And that's great considering that you don't need to warp or grid your tracks before you're able to use that match and sync feature. You're still going to need to finesse the beat matching a little bit, but it actually gets it close enough that if you're just starting out DJing, you can get very close and then finish off your beat matching at the end. I was actually really impressed by Cross DJ as a consumer DJ application. I would recommend it if you were a beginner DJ or if you're just starting out and you want a cheap solution to start digital DJing. If you want to learn more about Cross DJ, head over to mixvibes.com or stay tuned for more video tutorials on Cross DJ from the DJ Podcast. And as always, for more video tutorials and reviews, head over to thedjpodcast.com. Thanks for watching.